All right, today we are diving deep into, well, deep learning. It's this incredible engine that is kind of quietly reshaping almost everything around us. And in the next few minutes, you're going to get a real sense of how it all works, and more importantly, why it matters so much.
You ever stop and wonder, what's the connection between the movie Netflix just knew you'd love, a massive breakthrough in medical research, and a car that can literally drive itself? Well, believe it or not, the answer is the same for all three. It's a technology you're probably interacting with every single day: deep learning.
So let's get into it. What is this engine, really? What's its superpower that makes all this possible? Time to pop the hood and take a look inside.
Okay, so at its core, deep learning is a type of AI, but it has this one very special talent. It is amazing at finding patterns. Not in neat spreadsheets, but in really complex, messy stuff, like images, sound, and text. And the key idea here is that it's all inspired by the way our own brains work, with networks of neurons.
And this is the real magic. This is the big aha moment of deep learning. It learns all these patterns completely on its own. A human doesn't have to sit there and write a million rules for it. So how does it actually do that? Well, it learns in layers. Imagine you showed a picture of a cat. The very first layer might just see simple things, like little edges or bright pixels. The next layer takes those edges and combines them into basic shapes, like a curve or a line. Then the next layer combines those shapes into parts, like an ear or a whisker. And layer by layer, it builds up this incredibly sophisticated understanding until, bang, it knows it's looking at a cat, it's building a huge, complex idea from the tiniest, simplest pieces. And let me tell you, this is an absolute game changer. See, with older styles of machine learning, you needed human experts to spend months, sometimes years, telling the system exactly what features to look for in the data. It was this huge manual process. But with deep learning, it just figures out the important features all by itself, directly from the data. This doesn't just save a ton of time. It means we can now tackle problems we once thought were completely impossible. All right, enough theory. Let's go on a little tour and see where this stuff is actually working out in the real world. I think you're going to be pretty surprised at just how much of your world is already running on deep learning. First stop, healthcare. This is a big one. Deep learning is completely changing medical imaging. It's helping doctors spot signs of disease in X-rays and CT scans that can be almost invisible to the human eye. But its impact goes so much deeper than that. Just look at AlphaFold. For 50 years, 50, figuring out the 3D shape of proteins was one of the biggest challenges in all of biology. So hard people thought it might never be solved. And then this deep learning system came along and just cracked it. This one breakthrough is turbocharging drug discovery and our ability to fight diseases. It's a genuine wow moment for science. Next up, let's hit the road. When you see a self-driving car from a company like Waymo or a Tesla on autopilot, you are looking at deep learning in motion. It's literally the eyes and the brain of the car's perception system. And what's it doing in there? Well, it's constantly scanning the world, detecting lean lines, identifying other cars, spotting pedestrians, tracking every single thing that moves around it, all in real time. It's processing this fire hose of information to help the car plan its path and navigate safely. Okay, now let's talk money. Deep learning is quietly working behind the scenes to keep our finances safe. It's incredibly good at spotting those super subtle, almost invisible patterns across millions of transactions that signal fraud, the kinds of things older rule-based systems would miss every single time. Our tour continues right into the stores where we shop. Deep learning is making retail way smarter. It's forecasting which products are going to be popular, checking if they're actually on the shelves, and even creating brand new ways to shop. You know those cashierless stores like Amazon Go? The ones where you just walk in, grab whatever you want, and just walk out? That feels like pure magic, right? Well, that magic is really deep learning's computer vision, meticulously tracking everything you take. Now, let's pivot over to entertainment. You know that super realistic, natural-sounding voice you hear from your phone or smart speaker? Yep, that's deep learning. It's also being used to compose music, create incredible art, and, really importantly, to help keep online platforms safer by finding and flagging harmful content. And for our last stop on the tour, let's look at education. Deep learning is helping to make learning way more personal. It's the engine behind intelligent tutors that can adapt to every single student's learning speed. It can grade assignments automatically and give instant feedback to help people learn faster. So we've seen how unbelievably powerful and versatile this technology is,
But with any tool this powerful, we have to talk about the responsibilities that come with it. So it's time for a quick reality check.
I mean, it's a classic for a reason. As deep learning gets woven more and more into the critical parts of our lives, we have to be so thoughtful about how we build it and how we use it. Here are 3 really crucial things we have to keep in mind. First, something called data drift. The world changes, right? So our AI models have to be constantly updated or they'll stop working well. Second, fairness and privacy. We have to be relentless about making sure these systems are fair for everyone and that they are built from the ground up to protect our data. And finally, for the really high-stakes stuff, like a medical diagnosis or a big financial decision, we absolutely need a human in the loop, a real expert who has the final say. So look, there is no question about it. Deep learning is already reshaping our world, from the way we do science to our simple daily routines. Its impact is massive, and it's only going to get bigger. So the real question for all of us is this: as this incredible technology keeps evolving, what part are we going to play in shaping its future?